Hi guys, in today's video I'm demonstrating how to turn a blank page into something that will make someone ask if you are okay. I tried being creative with this drawing, but it just turned out kind of weird looking. I mean, it didn't look that weird, but it was kind of weird. Some people liked it, and others just looked at me like I needed to get admitted into a psychiatric hospital. And I mean, I guess that is sometimes the cost of trying to be more creative, and it's not that this drawing took a lot from me to think outside of the box. I thought shading the back of this woman was going to be as easy as tying a shoelace, but I was so wrong. I'm not sure if I'm out of practice or if drawing backs are actually harder than I thought. I mean, I like drawing hands more than I like shading this back of this woman. Like, it was so hard. But yeah, come to think about it, this is actually the first proper back I've drawn since coming out of the womb. So I might need a bit of practice, but a lot in a bit of practice, if that makes sense. Okay. I've been trying to combine like different pictures and elements to create something that looks artistically pleasing, but also cool and not like weird. But I'm not the best at it, so I'm trying to practice it. I would say I wasn't born with that natural artistic skill, and over the years I've become more peanut brain and lost some of that inner child creativity. So my drawings, yeah, kind of looks weird. I like doing realism, but I'm quite tired of just drawing realistic things. I want to take it to the next step, so there are going to be some poop drawings coming out before I get better at it. So yes, here we are trying to draw this monstrosity. In this drawing, I actually wanted to make that broken pot look with the gold between the cracks. I think you'll see what I mean later in the video, like later in the video. But I should have actually drawn the cracks into the skin, because it just kind of ended up looking like electricity or some chains of some kind, which also kind of worked. Not what I was going for. I might have actually overdone it a bit with the yellow pastel, which is probably why it ended up the way it did. The pastel I was using was also too bright. It wasn't really a gold pastel, it was like a bright yellow pastel. So yeah, I think it kind of worked in the end, because I was trying to go for that Japanese art style where they put like broken pots back together with the gold in between. They call it kintsugi. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's basically, that art style is basically built on the idea that embracing flaws and imperfections, you can create an even stronger and more beautiful piece of art. That's directly quoted from Google, by the way. So yeah, that is what I was trying to do here, because I was hoping that it would look somewhat interesting. But yeah, it didn't look at all for what I was planning. So planning artworks can actually be quite frustrating, as it is exciting, I think. Or if you get better at it, I can see that it becomes exciting, but I'm not good at it yet. Yeah, especially if you have no idea what you're making, and this has left me thinking like I will never have another creative idea like ever, which is scary because I've been putting off drawing for so long because I don't know what to draw, and finding inspiration on top of that, and yeah, it's a lot of work. But yeah, sometimes you just need to start somewhere, like with a shape or with a color or whatever, and then you just go from there, because it just doesn't help if you just stare at something. So like pick a shape and then see what comes up, or go into like a random word generator, so you draw whatever the thing generates. I don't know. So probably something I need to start doing than just staring at the blank page or references, or yeah, I don't know. Oh, and not to mention, if you're looking at a project that you've been working on for too long, you will see like you will see it differently than other people. I mean, you'll see like the tiny flaws, all the tiny things you don't like about it, like the little spots you need to work on, etc., etc., etc. So yeah, just breathe, take a break, and come back to it later. Because otherwise, you'll find yourself rushing through the process and making even a bigger mess than what it was. Which happened to me like a lot of times with different artworks over the years. So, but yeah, in the end, I think I kind of saved it with the smaller details I did, so it didn't look too animated. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about it. I know I can be quite hard on myself when making artworks because I want it to look a certain way. I want like a certain way, like I want it to look perfect, like the reference photo. And when it doesn't look the way I want, it can be quite frustrating. But that's definitely something that I need to work on and should keep in mind for different projects that's to come. But yeah, it's not always going to be smooth sailing. Anyway, so that's how you turn a blank page into a questionable monstrosity that will have people asking you about your mental health. Because that's definitely what some of my friends ask me. I don't know, I just thought it would kind of look cool because I had this idea in my head, but yeah, anyway. Yeah, as you can see, I'm not at the part where I start drawing in the what do you call it, the little cracks. I'm not even there yet in the video, but you'll see what I mean. I think it just jumps to that point. So and then it kind of looks like a big mess, like a big yellow mess. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do this one over in the future and just plan it a bit better. I actually wanted to stop the video there because at one point I didn't like the way it looked with the yellow, so I should have actually just stopped there. But then, I mean, I fixed it kinda, so then it didn't look too horrible. Oh yeah, there you can see. So yeah, that kind of just jumps to the yellow part over here, and then the music changes to this cool synthwave music. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look too bad. Like in real life, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, it was very messy, so I had to put that paper over there to not get my hands on the yellow because I would have smudged everything. So, but now I'm just putting in the little details there to make it look more, I don't know, like I don't know why I did that, but it worked. It kind of worked, so it didn't look weird. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the video, guys. Let me know what you think about this artwork, and maybe I'll try and make more things like this in the future. Well, I do have another one that's coming up, but yeah, I'm not sure about that one. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching.